Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm sitting in the parking lot of Speedway gas station, which is closed down for the night. And I pulled in here just because I wanted to get my new lip gloss, which just went down between the seats. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get it with my finger. Oh, I got it. My new lip gloss that Sharon sent me, and I have to tell you, I'm so excited about this. I'm also drinking a bubbly tonight instead of a instead of a Dr. Pepper or a Diet Pepsi. Although I did buy a case of Diet Pepsi today from the Speedway gas station right here. And it is sitting in my refrigerator. But I also have many other drinks in my refrigerator because I'm really excited about having like new drinks in my refrigerator for summer. So I'll talk about that in just a second. But I wanted to talk about this lip gloss because Sharon sent this to me. And it's really funny because you guys know I used to use this lip gloss on here a lot, this Lunar Beauty lip gloss. And I was really upset because they discontinued the specific shade that I liked. And it was kind of like this purple luminescent color. I can't remember what it was called. It was called like Enchanted or something. So anyway, for me, it was kind of almost like a clear lip gloss. It was kind of like an opaque lip gloss. Not clear, but like I know clear and opaque are complete opposites. But it was more like it didn't really have like a tint to it, you know what I mean? And so, because I don't typically wear like lipstick or like lip gloss that has a tint in it. Not that I wouldn't, but I haven't really found one that I liked that I felt like, you know, I would probably use on a regular basis. So when this came in the mail and I opened it, I immediately saw, you can see on the bottom that there's like a tint to it, right? And it's kind of like this nude color tint. And I was like, ooh, I don't know what I'm gonna think about this. Like, I don't know that I'm gonna like this. I was real worried about it. So anyway, I brought it out to my car. It was the other night when I was watching, because I sat in the parking lot of the post office and I watched like half of the show. I can't remember. It was either one of those pageant shows, Living Dolls or Baby Beauty pageants. So anyway, I had it on and I was like sitting it right there and I was like listening to it, you know. And I was sitting here and I like took this out and I was like kind of really apprehensive about it because I was like, I was really excited about getting it, but I really wanted to use it. You guys, let me just show you. This is so fantastic. Okay, now I know it looks like really shiny in this camera, but like it is perfect for me. I mean, like it is perfect on. I'm obsessed with this. Like I absolutely obsessed with it, and I almost kind of like it more than the luminescent that I had before. So Sharon, thank you very, very much. Something just caught me out of my corner of my eye. I was like, what is that? But anyway, thank you Sharon for sending this to me. I talked about it on my drama channel too because I'm so excited. And now I want to get on Lunar Beauty and I want to order like 2 more of them. Because I'm like, well, I like this tint. So maybe there's like another tint that I would like on there as well. This is called Celine. I think it's the tint color of it. So anyway, but isn't that so, I love the component. The component is like heavy. And it feels like really expensive. And the applicator is one of my favorite applicators. It's like this soft, like spongy applicator, and it smells like cake batter. You know, I mean, I've been wearing lip gloss or lip balm like literally my entire life. I mean, literally my entire life. And I have to say, this is my favorite lip gloss, lip balm I've ever used in my entire life. So, yeah, go check it out, Lunar Beauty. Their lip balms are fantastic. So, should we go? Should we go? Okay, let's go. Now, I don't know how long I'm gonna vlog for tonight. This may be a short vlog. I very rarely ever do like half an hour, 40-minute vlogs anymore. I think I'm gonna do maybe like once or twice a week because I'm trying to go to bed a little bit earlier, which is whatever because I turn off the vlog and then I end up staying up late anyway. But I'm trying to so I can get up earlier and get to the pool and kind of enjoy the day. Now, today I had so many things I had to do. I went and got my hair cut today. And then I had to run errands and I did a review and whatever. So it didn't really matter, but I also only have 1 hour left of my audiobook and I want to finish it tonight. Like I want to finish it tonight and I want to start another book so that I can finish another book before the reading rush starts on Sunday. I think I've narrowed it down to the books that I'm going to read. So Okay, for the book, I don't know what I'm going to do for the book that starts with the, but for the movie one, I'm going to read The Deep by Peter Benchley. I bought it on Audible today, so that's going to be one that I'm listening to on Audible. And then the one that takes place in another country, somebody recommended this to me, so I'm going to read The Guest List. I got it on Audible. I'll basically just be listening to books the whole week. So I got that on Audible tonight too, and that's about a wedding. It's brand new, and it's getting like really like rave reviews. And it's about, I'm gonna do the TBR on my BookTube channel, so if you watch that, you'll hear the same things. But I don't know all of the books yet. So that's the book that takes place in another country, and then because it takes place off the coast of Ireland, and then shoot, what's the other? Okay. Oh, and then I found a book in my bookshelf. It was like the first book that you like touch or whatever. So I just was like this, and it was like literally like the first book that like I saw and touched. And it's kind of this book that I had totally forgotten about, honestly. It's like this young adult novel, and it's about this girl, and it's a diary. I remember buying it and everything, but I didn't even know it was on that bookshelf, which is so crazy. And it's about this girl. What's interesting about this is I was like thinking about this last night because of that song, like the world ending because of like a meteor. I was thinking about that afterwards, that song I was talking about, which wasn't about the world ending because of a meteor. But this book is about, it's a girl's diary. Life as We Knew It, I think is what it's called. And it's just her diary of like counting down to like this meteor hitting the planet Earth and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, I think that's the book that I'm going to read for, what do you call it? The first book you see or touch. So I have those 3 books figured out. And then I have to read a book that you read completely outside, which is going to be an audiobook, which means that's going to be 3 audiobooks that I'm going to have to finish in a week. Now listen, you guys, I mean, I know I can do it, but I'm going to have to really be like listening to books, because the one book I'm listening to, I think it's, The Deep is like 12 hours. The Guest List is like 8 or 9 hours, which that's not a long audiobook. And then whatever the third book is that I'm going to pick, it's going to be, that starts on Sunday. I'm really excited about that. So, I got up today. I didn't really do a whole lot. I wanted to have my videos filmed before I went to my hair appointment, but I ended up taking a shower and like washing and conditioning my hair. I kind of just took my time getting ready this morning. It was really nice. And I had bought this shampoo and conditioner at Target because Alex loves the Beach Bum products, and like he always buys the Beach Bum like what do you call it, like SPF and stuff like that in the after tan that you like spray on. Well, when I was at Target the other day, first of all, by the way, I don't go to Target as much as I go to like Meijer and stuff like that. Target is absolutely incredible these days. Like, it just is, I could spend $2,000 in Target. So anyway, well, I'll tell you, because I went to Target again tonight. I'll tell you about that in a second. But the other day, I bought a bathing suit, a new Speedo bathing suit. Not Speedo, but Speedo brand. Just like these blue trunks. I've read ones that say Speedo on them. And then I got these blue ones that say Speedo on them, so I would have 2 that are comfortable, because the other ones that I have my other bathing suits don't fit because I've gained so much weight. So I just want comfortable bathing suits or swimsuits, whatever you call them, so that I can go to the pool and not be like beating myself up about, you know, how heavy I am. I just want to enjoy it. So now I have 2 really comfortable swimsuits, because the red one like fits me perfectly, and now I know the blue one will too. 2XL, not proud of it. So anyway, but I bought this shampoo and conditioner. I actually bought some SPF. Well, I bought spray oil, and it's like 15, because it's like that banana boat stuff, like that smells straight up like coconut and tanning oil. I love that so much. But anyway, I bought this Beach Bum shampoo and conditioner because I wanted to try a new shampoo and conditioner. You know, I've used the Lush forever, and I was like, yeah, I want to try something new. So I used to use the Fairly Traded Honey and the Veganese by Lush, and I was like, it's time to try something new. So I've used a lot of like shampoos that are supposed to like make your white hair, silver hair, like be like more silver or white, but I have to tell you, my experience using those shampoos and conditioners is they don't really work. I feel like they're just a waste of money, in all honesty. You know, I paid a lot of money for the Aveda shampoo and conditioner, the Blue Malvo, and I don't feel like it did anything. In fact, if anything, I feel like it made my hair brassier. And I still have a huge bottle of that shampoo, because I'm only like halfway through that bottle of shampoo, and the conditioner I went through like in half the time. I'm like, I'm not buying that stuff again. And I do love Aveda shampoos and conditioners. I actually really love like Shampure, the smell of it. Oh, maybe that's what I should buy. I love Shampure. Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that, I think, too. The Shampure. But like, I don't think like the white shampoos and conditioners, I don't really, like my hair gets like so white anyway. And really it gets white from like the sun and the chlorine. I don't think like being, because like when I'm out in the sun, my hair just gets whiter and whiter and whiter. I don't think that any of that really works. I've tried so many shampoos and conditioners that are for white or gray hair, and they just don't do a great job. They just really don't. And I always use like, we always use like salon brand, you know, shampoos and conditioners. Like, I love Aquage, is probably one of my favorites. They have like a full body that I really, really like. A full body conditioner that I really like, and then just a regular shampoo. So I always, you know, like, what's another shampoo or conditioner that I bought, that I used? I can't even think. But anyway, so yeah. But I don't like think that like the white and the gray shampoos, I don't know, if you're out there and you have white or gray hair and you've used one of the white or gray shampoos, will you let me know if it's worked for you? Because I can tell you, in my experience, it hasn't really done a whole lot, in all honesty. It hasn't like made it grayer or whiter. In fact, it's like I've said, it's the opposite. And that's not just the Aveda shampoo and conditioner, that's like all of them that I've used. Like, they make my hair brassier. Like, almost kind of like they have a yellow tint to it. I don't like that. So anyway, got up today, took my time getting ready, took the dogs out, all that kind of stuff. It seemed like every time they went outside today, they went running to the right and just like took off barking at people that were walking or running or whatever. I was so over it. So, yeah. So anyway, I mean, they're so cute, but like, it's like they will not listen at all when I'm like, and they're like, they go out into this field, and I'm like, you guys, and they just want, Boo Radley especially, like Tucker will listen, but Boo Radley just keeps on running and running, and of course I get worried, because I'm like, they run through this yard and then like out into this like street, and there's usually never anybody driving down the street, but like, I mean, they are not dogs that are aware of cars and things like that, because they're always just out in our backyard. So anyway, they were doing all that stuff today. So got ready, and then I went to go get my hair cut. I got my hair cut today, and that was fun. And then after that, I went to Starbucks, and I wasn't going to do a Starbucks review. I actually was going to do a review of something else. I have like 4 different ideas for reviews, so. But I ended up doing this Starbucks review of the Vampire Frappuccino. Stupid. And, it was though. And it was, I mean, it tasted good, but it didn't really give me vampire whatsoever. But anyway, I think that it was because there wasn't a lot of like strawberry puree in it, but I don't know that that still would have even given me vampire, you know. But anyway, and then I came home, and Alex has like things he has to do like 3 nights this week. He has like work things that he has to do. So like tomorrow night and Wednesday night, he has this work thing. And then Thursday night, he has, I think Thursday night he's going to be home. And then Friday night, we have this thing that we're doing together. And then, that I have to go to, but that's like later in the evening. And then Saturday, he has this like thing that he's going to. It's just like a small little birthday party for his friend. His friend, she's had like some pretty tragic stuff happen to her, and she hasn't really been able to enjoy her birthday the last couple years. So like he and a couple friends are trying to do something special for her. So I don't know what I'll do. Hang out on Tawny's patio maybe. So that is Saturday. But anyway, so tonight I had my 12-step literature Zoom call tonight. So I got all my videos done and I got it up. Then Alex came home and he and I were talking. And so anyway, before my Zoom call, I ran to Kroger because for the pool, I am dying to have some of those. I cannot find them anywhere. I literally cannot find them anywhere. Those LaCroix, which I got somebody that DM'd me today and they said it's not LaCroix, it's LaCroix, which I didn't know anyway. So LaCroix, Sarah brought over to our pool. They're called Limoncello, okay? And they are fantastic. And I didn't love LaCroix before, but I think that once this case of Diet Pepsi that I just bought today is gone, I'm gonna try to start exclusively just drinking like sparkling water or water. Like I'm gonna try to like get rid of a lot of soda. You know, not always, but just like I've had soda at home a lot and I've been going through and getting fountain pops and I just want to try to like kind of end that, you know? So which I don't even know, maybe LaCroix isn't any healthier for you, but it has to be, I would think. So anyway, I cannot find this limoncello stuff anywhere. Well, Sarah said that she bought it at Target. So I went to Target, could not find, well, no, I didn't have time to go to Target because I was going to go to Target right over here. I ended up going to the Kroger by our house, and I went in, and they had like all these different kinds, but they didn't have that. So I can't remember what kind I bought. I bought key lime, and then I bought another LaCroix. I bought two. Their cases are small too. You only get like 8 or 10 cans in a thing. So I bought the key lime. Shoot, I can't remember what I bought. Maybe I just bought one case. Oh, I think I did just buy one case. And then I bought this succulent, which, since I'm at the stoplight, I will just show you. There's a succulent that I bought. Can you see? Can you see? It just changed. This will be. So it has like 4 plants in it. And I'm so excited. And I love it so much. And I named her Judy. I did. I named her Judy. $14.99. And it's this big pot. I think I might go get more of them, actually. So I know this is weird, but I'm trying to really live my soul. And I'm trying to really think to myself, like, what makes me the happiest? And that's what I want to be surrounded by. And I'm happiest with art, music, plants, and candles, okay, and color. I love all that. But in my bedroom, I want it to be a little bit more, and Alex is totally supportive of this, but in the bedroom, like, I want it to be a little bit more minimalist. Well, a lot more minimalist, because I want it to be a place to sleep and relax, and Alex wants the same thing. And then I would like our bathroom to be very spa-ish. Spa-ish, does that make sense? Yes, yes. So, oh, I need to start getting some plants for the bathroom. I didn't even think about that. We can put it in the bathtub. So anyway, I have been buying plants like every time I go somewhere. I mean, it's crazy, you guys. So the plants behind us, we have all these succulents behind us. Then I have a plant on either side of the window. On one side, well, I have a new fern behind me, a little fern plant that I bought. And then on either side of the window in the bathroom, or in the kitchen, we have these plants that I bought at Meijer. And they both look like, one is kind of like these big leaves, and the other one, Alex loves that plant, and the other plant is like a little mini like palm tree. It's very cool. So I got those, and then I bought another plant with the fern plant, and it's on our table in the corner. And then tonight I bought the succulent. Well, these succulents were outside. I don't know why they were outside, and it was very dry, because you keep succulents kind of dry. You don't like overwater them. So I think I'm going to keep them outside I'm going to just see how they do, because they had them outside at Kroger. And if they do okay, then I'm gonna keep them outside for a little bit. This is so weird, like out of the blue, my window just started like fogging up. Like out of absolutely the blue. That was the weirdest thing. It hasn't done that the whole time that I've been vlogging. Oh my God, I just looked over and that guy was like sitting there in the bus stop. That scared me. I don't think the bus is running anymore at 1:46 in the morning. I can't get through here, so I have to go through the McDonald's. So I got the succulent, but it's like, I just don't feel like I ever have enough plants. I want more and more and more. So every time I go and I see plants that I like, I am going to continue to buy plants because it makes me so happy. And, yeah, I'm gonna continue to buy plants. I think I'm gonna go back to Kroger and get 1 or 2 more of these because I just love how they are. It's like, there's like 5 or 6 actual like succulents together in this one thing. And some of them are those ones that get real viney and kind of like, do you know what I'm talking about? And then they like grow over the side. I love those. And then we can put those in our house. Okay, so then tonight, so after, well, music, so we have a lot of art, right? But then music, I have a record player. We have this whole like buffet serving table thing that we have like a record player on and records, and Alex has like, what? What did he say? I was in my lane, I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, like Alex has like all of these like work stuff over there and whatever. So I'm gonna get his stuff, like a place for him to like have it organized where he can just store it. And then I'm going to, I just have to show you guys something right here. So this right here, you can't really see it. It doesn't look the same at all, okay? But this was my very first office. But they tore the whole building down. And right there was my very first office right there. Oh, shoot. There's a car coming. I swear it's not the same person, but wouldn't that have been funny if it was? They tore that whole place down, and it had like this door that you walked in. It was so cool. It had stained glass windows, and there was like this old building. But they tore it all down. So anyway, what's I gonna say? So anyway, I want to get a bunch of plants, but that buffet table, what I want to do is, I want to clean it all off. It literally would take less than an hour to do. I just have to find places to put all this stuff. See, I have to clean out this one cabinet so then Alex can put his stuff in there so then I can have the buffet table, because he's like, you can have that whole table. You can do whatever you want to do with it, but I just want to have a place to put my stuff. I'm like, okay. So I got to clean out this cabinet in our kitchen, because that's where we're going to store all of our business stuff, and then he can have that down there, and then I can have the buffet table. And then I have a record player already that Alex bought me. It's a Crosley record player, but it's the big one. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like the big one that looks like, oh shit, what do you call it? It's like the ones that look like the old school, like, record players and music things like from the like 40s or whatever. And then down in my basement, I have the cassette player radio tuner thing, right? And I'm gonna put that up there. And then tonight, when I went to Meijer, Tanya and I went to Meijer, we went to Walmart, or we went to Target and to Meijer. Well, she didn't go into Target, but I just ran in there. I saw this Crosley tape cassette player that is so cool, okay? And it has like this loudspeaker in it, and it's $69. So I think I'm gonna like down the road get that. And then I have this thing that I bought to put all the records like in, you know, it's like this like crate. So that whole thing's gonna be like music over there, and then I'm gonna have like candles and stuff. It'll be very cool. And then I might put some succulents over there as well, see? So that whole thing will be all music centered over there, and then we have candles everywhere else. But I basically, when you come into our house, I want you to just be like, oh my God, there's plants and candles and art and music is playing everywhere, and it just smells so good in here. Like, that's what I want, right? So also some of the things in the kitchen, like I have these things that say like Wolfpack and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm gonna take those down, I think. If I make a studio at my office, I may put them there, but if I don't, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put succulents around the top over there, so the kitchen has a lot more greenery in it too, because it just makes me happy to have all that greenery in there. And then, you know, we're saving money to maybe redo the house at some point, so if we can ever do that, you know, it'd be very cool to, we're gonna knock all that down in the kitchen and just have all that, but it would be really cool to, we want to brighten it up. And I love having plants everywhere. I'm like, it's like my new obsession to buy plants and have plants everywhere. And Alex loves them too, so he's like super supportive of it. But anyway, yeah, so there's that. And then, so we had our 12-step Zoom meeting tonight. Oh God, it was so fantastic. We talked about inventory, and we talked about like justifiable anger. It just was such a great meeting. We got laughing so hard at the end, and it was like a couple people had to call in sick, so it was 5 of us, and it's usually 8 of us. Yeah, and it just was so much fun. Like, we just had such a blast time. We got laughing so hard at the end. And I'm just so thankful for them as friends. And, you know, it's like we're all over the place. Like, well, first of all, the 5 of us that, well, it was 4 of us that were in there tonight from Indianapolis. And we're like all over the city. And then there's one that was in there from, she's from Florida. And then another one that's in there from Minnesota. And another one, that, where's she from? So it's like we're not from all around here. Oh no, that is my sponsor, and she's from around here. So it's just really fun, you know, and we just get so real in there, and I just love it, you know. And Alex is so sweet. He puts his headphones on and he goes upstairs and he watches like a show or listens to like TikToks or music or something while I'm doing it. It's just like, I don't know, it's just, it's such a blessing, you know. Tanya has something that she has to do tomorrow night, so we're not going to our home group. It's not tomorrow night, so it was nice that we were able to go and have this tonight, because there's been a couple, like 1 week I couldn't go, and then it was canceled 1 or 2 weeks. Anyway, so anyway, or was it canceled both weeks? And I could go. I can't remember. I think it was the week that I just was like, I don't feel like going, and then it got canceled. I don't even remember. But anyway, it was fun. We had a great time tonight. So afterwards, because I had said, because we went like 10 minutes over, well, it was 7 minutes over, something like that. And I said, it was, I know it was 7 minutes over because I was watching the clock, because I was wanting to get to Target, and we were done at like 9:07, and it was like Target closes at 10, and I'm like 20 minutes from Target. So Tanya said on the thing, she said, are you coming to get me? And I said, yeah, let me call you as soon as I get off of here. So when we got off, because we said the prayer and closed it, and then when we got off there, I called Tanya, and she was like, are you coming to pick me up? And I was like, she had been at the kennel when she did the Zoom call. And I said, yeah, I can come pick you up. I said, but I want to get to Target in time to be able to go in there, because I was trying to get these LaCroix, right? And Tanya said, okay, well, I don't need anything. She was like, well, I want to go to Target, but like, if we only have 15 minutes, then I'll just sit in the car while you run in there, and then we can go to Meijer. And I was like, okay. So I went and got Tanya, and then we went to Target, and I literally had like 20 minutes. And so I ran inside, and right when I walked in, they had all these LaCroix. And of course, they don't have the LaCroix that I want. But I went in the back, and they have a lot of flavors, first of all. Okay, I was really surprised by that. But they do have one that's called hibiscus flower. And I was like, what is this? And I got 2 cases of it, so I hope I like it. So I got hibiscus flower, or hibiscus plant or something. And then, like, I turned, and I'm like, what is this? It's like this new section that they have at Target. And it's all men's, like, beard, skincare, shaving, deodorant. It's like this whole men's section. It literally looks like, I was telling Tanya, because she stayed in the car, and I said, Tanya, I mean, she goes, yeah, it looks like Sephora for men, doesn't it? I said, oh my God, that's exactly what it looks like. I could not believe it. It's this huge section. They have these big white tables, and they have all these, like, sample brand things that are like $2.99 that you can buy. And I'm looking through there, and I'm like, oh my God, they have the Art of Shaving. They have the Art of Shaving shaving creams at Target, the ones that I love. It's like the only shaving cream I'll use. Online, through the Art of Shaving, it's $30. At Target, it's $24.99. It's cheaper by $6 or $5, okay? And they have lavender and sandalwood, which both are two of my favorites. And this last time, I had gotten oud, which it's like, it's a really like fallish smell, but it stopped. I got this oud. I tried two different kinds. The other one is called like just royal or something. And both of them smell, like they're very masculine, but they smell very, leathery. I don't know. I just don't like them. They smell like kind of musky leather, and I don't like them. And I definitely don't like them for my face, you know? And so, because the smell kind of lingers, even though I just shave, you know, through here and here, and then around here. So, they had sandalwood and lavender, and like both of them I love, but the sandalwood is definitely my favorite. And so, I got the sandalwood. I got a big container of it for $24.99, and it's so fantastic. I love it. So I'm really excited about that. The other two, I'll save those until I run out, or, I mean, and one of these shaving creams will last me like 3 to 6 months. They last forever. So if you're looking to buy a gift for a man in your life, or if you are a man in your life, or if you want to just use one of these yourself, The Art of Shaving, they have the stuff at Target in the men's section now, and it's fantastic. But they have, like, literally probably 10 or 15 different brands there, and they're all different kinds of things. And shaving creams and beard oils and beard creams. I was, like, kind of overwhelmed, and I had to hurry to get out of there. So I'm going to go back over there tomorrow, and I think I'm going to look and do, like, a haul, maybe, for my review channel. Because they had so many. I bought 3 masks, too. They have sheet masks. I could not believe that they have this. I thought this is genius. They have sheet masks for men that fit over your beard. That, like, purposely are made for somebody that has a beard. And then under eye pads, because I'm always looking for those to take the puffiness out from under your eyes. So I was really excited to find all of that. And then we went over to Meijer. And at Meijer, I was looking specifically, well, I got my dinner. You guys, I made stuffing tonight. I made sage stuffing. It was so delicious. It was so good. It was so good. Anyway, I came home and Alex goes, oh, are we making a box of stuffing? And I go, yep, we sure are. That means sip it, don't say anything. He was eating grilled cheese sandwiches, though, when I came in the door. So, but anyway, and I will tell you tonight, I was quite impressed. You know, Indianapolis has passed this ordinance where you have to have a mask on, or you get fined if you're in a public area. And when we, at Target, I did not see one person that did not have a mask on. And in Meijer, I saw there was only one person that didn't have a mask on. I mean, everybody did. And there was a sign on the door that said, if you don't have a mask on, you'll be asked to leave. But it was like this couple, and they were checking out. And I'm not excusing it, but it just, because she and I both looked at each other like, he doesn't have a mask on. But it's whatever, you know. And, well, it really isn't whatever. I shouldn't say that. Like, I do have an issue with it. Just wear a mask. What's the issue, you know? And, like, I think that people that are making the most out of it, it's like, if there is any possibility that it could possibly help your health or somebody else's, why would you not do that? Why are you so resistant to it? You know, and then there's people that are like, well, I have like breathing problems and I can't wear the certain masks and things like that. And I mean, I guess I get that. I don't know. I just think that our mayor thinks it's serious enough because he's having everybody wear masks in Indianapolis. So anyway, but that was the only person I saw, like at Target or Meijer. And his girlfriend or wife or whatever she was, she had his mask, like she was holding it because she had one on and she was holding a mask. So I also bought 2 more masks tonight. I bought a blue one and a gray one because they had them at Meijer. The blue one, like, matches this t-shirt perfectly, so Tani goes, that'll pull out your eyes. I go, well, that's exactly what I was looking for, a mask that would pull out my eyes, make my eyes pop. But anyway, we walked around. She's wanting to get some tie-dye stuff, but she can't find it because they're out of it. They're, like, literally out of tie-dye kits everywhere. So, although she had work tie-dye shirts made up, and she ordered a bunch of them, and she ordered me one. Wasn't that so nice? Tanya ordered me it's like red and orange and yellow. Oh my God. You know Mel, my good Judy, my book club partner, so she's the crocheter of the world. So I woke up today to a picture. She had made this poncho. She said she was making this poncho, and I was like, okay, girl. I don't love ponchos, I'm sorry, okay? I just don't. 1965 wants their fashion style back. But there's certain kinds of ponchos that I absolutely do love, like that are colorful and that are just really creative and different, you know, and I love like Stevie Nicks shawls and all that kind of stuff. And they're kind of poncho-esque, and like I remember my mom had this kind of like a crocheted, you know, like those hand baskets that they would put plants in it. Do you remember that? My mom had like this crocheted poncho that was very similar to that. It was very cool that she would wear back in the day. It was real long, and it would like go like this in her back, you know, with like those things on the bottom of it. So when Mel told me about it, she's like, it's gonna be very, very cool. It's gonna have tassels on it and whatever. I was like, okay, girl, we'll see. So she sends me this picture of her poncho today. It is fantastic. It is so beautiful. It is so cool. She's like, I'm Stevie Nicks. I was like, oh my God, I love this. This is absolutely fantastic. It's so beautiful. She crochet. I don't even, would you say good crocheter? I mean, I don't know what you say. But anyway, she is so, so, so good. I was so impressed. Of course, she made a little peepee, the flying Chihuahua dog for us, but the other day I was like holding him up because I keep him on the table so like Tucker won't chew him up, because I'm afraid Tucker will chew him up. I was just telling Mel this yesterday, and I'm gonna turn around here. Is this a good place to turn around? Yeah. So I was holding him up, and like he looks just like Pee-Pee, except he's crocheted, you know, and he has wings. But anyway, I like held him up. Boo and Tucker were both like, they were just like sitting there looking at me. And I said, and I held him up, and Boo, I said, do you guys remember Pee-Pee? And I just held him up like that. And Boo Radley like looked right at him, and Tucker would not, he wouldn't look at him. Tucker would not look at him. So I put him away real quick, because I think it made him sad. But anyway, but Tucker wouldn't look at him. So anyway, but anytime we talk about Pee-Pee, and like we'll say his name, Tucker like always turns real quick and looks at the end of the bed. Like, is he down there? Is he jumping up? Like, he'll hear it like with like Alex and I are saying something. What did we say something about Pee-Pee tonight? Oh, Alex said, like Alex has where like the memories come up, you know, on Facebook and stuff like that. And he said it was a year ago tonight that we watched the movies outside on the projector. And I go, really? And he was like, yeah. And I don't know why, but like the first thing I thought of was we watched The Lion King, and Alex was like, loves The Lion King. And he was like, yeah, he was like, you know, Pee-Pee's my little Simba and all this kind of stuff or whatever. And he'd get real emotional thinking about like when he first got Pee-Pee, like when we watched the movie, and that was like a year ago, you know. And for some reason, because we just like hung out tonight and talked forever when I got back from Meyer, and like downstairs, which we don't usually do. We always talk in bed or outside or something, but we just hung out in the living room. But anyway, we were watching that Pop TV, and then Family Feud came on because that was over, and I deleted it. But anyway, I said something about Pee-Pee. I said, oh, I remember little Pee-Pee, loved that. And when I said that, like Tucker, like he looked. So I think Tucker still remembers his name at least, or what that means. Boo Radley, I don't think he does get it anymore, which makes me sad, but, you know, I don't know. Oh, so we walked through the entire Meyer, and I saw this cassette player, this Crosley cassette player that I thought was really cool. And then I got more LaCroix there. I got these ones that are like tall cans. They kind of look like the White Claws, but they're obviously not. They're just sparkling water. And they had two different kinds. And one was like banana something. They were like it was like in French, because it was like something freeze, and like the other one was like pina colada flavored. Oh, coconut. That's what I got at the Kroger earlier. I got coconut flavored water. I love coconut flavored water. And I love coconut water. So, coconut water. Coconut water. It sounded like, what's her name from Schitt's Creek? Not really, but that was my my piss ass. What do you call it? Did I just cuss? That was my my poor impersonation of, what is her name? Why can't I think? I can't think anyway. Johnny Rose. What's her name? It's like starts with an M. Moira Rose. It just hurt my neck. But anyway. So then, yeah, I got those, and then I have like 5 flavors of LaCroix in my refrigerator. And all I wanted was this limoncello that I can't find anywhere. Literally, I cannot find it anywhere. They probably have it at that CVS right there that's open 24 hours, but I really don't want to go inside. I just don't have it in me. And then I looked on Amazon, and they have it on Amazon, but it's like you get it, like it's like 9 in a case, and it's like 3 key lime, 3 something else, 3 limoncello. So you pay $19.95, which is literally outrageous for the sparkling water anyway. It's like 4 times as much as I mean, it's really like $3.49 a case. And then $3.99 or $3.49 for like a case, or 9 or 10 or however. I don't know. You don't get as many in there as you get in the case. It's like smaller than that. They're like kind of small. 8 or 9 or 10 or something. But you pay $19.99 for 9 sparkling waters, and you only get 3 of the one that you want. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. This is stupid. So I didn't do it. But I really want those limoncellos so bad. Sarah told me, she said she's been stocking up on them. I'm like, yeah, that's probably why I can't get any of them, because you've been stocking up on it. So that was my day. I'm just having the greatest summer this year. I really am. This book I'm listening to is so good. I always want to say The Tent, but it's just called Tent. My battery died, so I had to pull in here to change the battery. It's always something. Gilda Radner said that. I think that was the name of her book, actually. The name of her autobiography. She was so funny. I loved her so much. I read this article while I was talking about that book I'm reading. It's called 10 by Gretchen McNeil, and if you want a really cheesy, like, mystery thriller, it's good. It really is good. It's very kind of like that. I mean, it just starts, and it's like right from the get-go. It's like you don't know like what's going on, and people are they're dying. You don't know if it's murder or accidental and all this. I mean, it's basically a spinoff of Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. But anyway, what was I talking about? I said something, and then I was like, I interrupted myself. Oh yeah, but I have like an hour left of that book, so I'm gonna finish that, and then I'm gonna start something else that I can finish before the reading rush starts on Sunday night, which will give me, it's tomorrow Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I might be able to finish 2 books by then. It depends on how fast I read. I've been reading real slow this summer, which is not really the case. I usually read really, really fast. So anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, Gilda Radner. Gilda Radner. I used to love her so much. Well, I mean, she's passed away. I still love her. But there was this stand-up. So my parents loved her because she was on Saturday Night Live. My mom and my dad both were like, they like always watched Saturday Night Live, especially my mom. My mom watched Saturday Night Live like right up until she got sick and went in the hospital. She like watched it every Saturday night. Like she could tell you, I mean, she knew all the musical artists, you know, she loved it. She loved Saturday Night Live. And it's interesting, like I look back on that, you know, like my mom was somebody that was like when it came to literature and art and stuff, she was like so intellectual, but like she loved comedy. Like her favorite, some of my mom's favorite movies were like Caddyshack was one of her favorite movies. And she loved, like, I don't know, she just loved these comedians, you know, and she would talk about, like, the first time she saw, like, Johnny Carson, or not Johnny Carson, the first time she saw Steve Martin on the Johnny Carson show, and she knew he was going to be, like, famous one day and all this stuff, and, but I think my dad rented it for me when I was younger, and it was Gilda Live, and it's her stand-up that she did, and it's hilarious. It has, like, all of her, like, major characters that she did, like Rosanna Dana, she was like the news person, but it also had this one on there, and I think it's like the very last episode, and it's like she's in this like gymnasium prom, and she's talking about, like, it's like she's at the prom, and she's talking about, like, how this gym that smells like gym shoes and gym shorts, you know, for one night gets turned into this magical place, and she kind of, like, is equating it to the world, and that's what the world is like. You could probably find it on YouTube. Just put in Gilda Radner prom, or watch the whole, if you can find it. It's called Gilda Live. It's fantastic. But, you know, she was really good friends with Jane Curtin, who was on Saturday Night Live, but she was also on Kate and Allie, which was one of my favorite shows, because my mom and I would watch it, and it reminded us so much of my mom's friend and her sorority sister that was divorced about the same time that my mom was, and that they, like, it's these two, like, divorced women that end up living together with their kids, and it's called Kate and Allie. It was such a fantastic show. I always forget about that show. And so we would watch that show, and it had, is it Jane Curtin? Is that her name? Jane, I think it's Jane Curtin. But anyway, she wrote this article about Gilda Radner after Gilda Radner passed away from breast cancer. I think that's the name of her autobiography. I think I have it somewhere because my mom bought it for me. And it's, and it was actually, that's a saying from Rosanna Dana, the character. She would say, it's always something. If it's not this, it's that. If it's not that, it's this. And she would say this whole thing, right? And basically, that's what Gilda Radner is saying in her book, that, like, in life, it's always going to be something. It's what you do with it, right? Like, life's going to always throw you this crap, but, like, what are you going to do with it, right? And, but Jane Curtin wrote this article about her and talking about, like, you know, Gilda Radner couldn't, like, find any, she always just wanted to be in love, and she always wanted to be, I actually think I've talked about this on here before, and she talked about how she came to her house one time, and she just wanted to observe what it was like to be, like, a normal, you know, like, in a normal relationship, and so she just sat there while, like, her husband got up, Jane's husband got up and made coffee and whatever, and, like, but anyway, just stupid stuff, but, and then she met Gene Wilder, who, was just such comedic genius himself. I'm pretty sure he's passed away too. He was Willy Wonka in the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But my favorite movie of his, I mean, he did so many movies back in the day, but my favorite movie of his was actually with Gilda Radner, and yes, I do have the VCR tape of it that I ordered off of eBay years ago, and it's called Hanky Panky, and it's about, it's just so hilarious. It's like this like 80s murder mystery, and people think he's somebody that he's not, and so they're like, he's on the run, and so she's on the run with him, and it's like this, and it's, they play, there's this one scene when they're on this, like, city bus, and he is, like, taking this, like, jacket that's like a magician's jacket, and he just starts pulling, she's, like, sneezing, and so he pulls out, it's so funny, like a handkerchief, but it's like, you know, the magician's handkerchief that just keeps on coming out, and the people are laughing on the bus, and it's like they're doing this magic act, but they don't really know that they're doing this magic act. It's hilarious. But anyway, I sometimes feel like those days of, like, true comedy, like, not where you can say, like, the crassest joke or do, like, the most outrageous prank. You know, like, I feel like that's comedy that tries too hard. But when you look back at, like, some of the true comedians, I mean, people that I really respect and I, like, looked up to growing up, you know, like, Roseanne Barr and her ignorant statements make me so sad. And I don't know what has happened to that woman, but like, I watched that show growing up, and not only did it make me feel so, like, homey, like, it gave me a home that I didn't have necessarily sometimes, you know? My mom and I watched it together, and we loved it. And, you know, it's interesting because, like, Tanya and Eric remind me a lot, kind of like Roseanne and Dan. And, but, like, Roseanne and her sister Jackie, Laurie Metcalf, could, like, I mean, just, they were so very much like the Lucy and Ethel of their generation, you know? But it was just, like, so, just small. I mean, and Lucille Ball, you know, and it's just like, she's another one. And Carol Burnett, I mean, can we just talk about Carol Burnett for a second and like how fantastic of a comedian she is? I mean, just smallest nuances. And Vicki Lawrence, I mean, just, you know, this hilarious stuff. And, you know, like I loved how they would make themselves laugh, you know, like, because they just knew that what they were doing was so ridiculous and funny. And it was like, you know, like, they didn't have to be the most outrageous person in the world. And I think there's like this real misconception today that to be truly funny or to be this great comedian, you have to be like the most outrageous. They weren't outrageous. They weren't. They were poking fun at of the truth. And I mean, just things that, I mean, go back and watch some of those clips of Carol Burnett. I mean, she is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, you know? And, even just, I mean, I'm not, like, I used to watch I Love Lucy when I was growing up because I would come home from school and sometimes it was, like, the only thing on. But, like, oh my God, and, you know, like, Mama's Family, like, years later, like, I watched, and I don't know that I really appreciated Mama's Family when it was first on. I don't think I appreciated it till like years later, and I watched it and I just thought it was absolutely hilarious, you know? Especially like that daughter-in-law of Vicki Lawrence's. She's so funny, that tall, skinny one. But, or is that her friend? That's her friend, isn't it? Or her cousin or something. Somebody on here, it's probably Steven. He probably knows everything there is to know about Mama's Family. But I loved Mama's Family. My ex loved Mama's Family, and he kind of like got me started watching her, or got me started watching that show. But you know, like, I think comedy has changed so much, and it's really sad because, you know, like back in the day, it wasn't like this highly offensive comedy. You know, it wasn't having to like, I mean, true comedy really wasn't. It was just, it was slapstick, it was stupidity, it was, I don't know, it was innocent. There was an innocence about it, I think, to some degree, you know? I mean, I even think of, like, the Mary Tyler Moore Show, you know, and, like, the very last episode. If you've never seen the very last episode of Mary Tyler Moore, it's like they're all hugging and crying, and then they like move across the room, and they move across the room, and it's hilarious, okay? But there's nothing provocative about that, and it's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, as far as like, you know, like, just like true comedy. It's like, I think that's why today, like with Bridesmaids, I think Bridesmaids is so funny, but like some of the stuff that's in Bridesmaids that's so funny is like when she's sitting there in, like in that apartment that she's renting from that brother and sister. What just happened? My car just like got real fast. She's like sitting there in that apartment, and they're like, we're gonna have to ask you, we've decided that we're gonna have to ask you to move out. And she's like, of my own apartment? And they're like, yes. And then who is it? What's her name? I can't think of her name. She plays Amy in the singing movies. Rebel Wilson. She's like, we've been reading your journal or your book, and she goes, it's very sad. And it's like, there's nothing grotesque or, you know, it's just, it's so funny. It's like just so funny, you know, and it's just like, I don't know. I miss that humor. Just stupid humor, you know. This person, people that drive with their brights on just kill me. The entitlement of it. Anyway. I guess the great thing about like YouTube and Hulu and Amazon Prime and all that stuff is, oh, tonight I turned on Amazon. You know, Alex has never seen To Kill a Mockingbird. Can you believe it? So we were talking about something and I said, oh, I want to see if it's on. And so, oh my God, that church is humongous. That I-Town church. I know so many people that go there. It's literally like a Costco warehouse. Anyway, I was going to say something, but I won't. I was going to say I like my churches to have some stained glass and maybe a steeple or two, but I guess you can find God everywhere. Find God on the side of the road. Do you guys remember those old God movies with George Burns? I loved those movies too. Those were so funny. What's her name? Terry Garr. People always thought my mom looked like Terry Garr. They thought she looked like Terry Garr, and they also thought that she looked like Sally Struthers. Those are like the two people that my mom, like people would say my mom looked like a lot, which is so funny because I don't think either one of them look alike. But anyway, I guess one of the great things about like Amazon Prime and Hulu and stuff is that, you know, oh, I was going to talk about To Kill a Mockingbird, but anyway, is that we have those, like we can go back and, you know, watch these things and relive them. But tonight we were sitting there and I said something about To Kill a Mockingbird anyway, so I like looked it up to see if it was on. It was on Amazon Prime, so I started putting it on our TV and I played the music. I love the music from To Kill a Mockingbird at the beginning. And it got like literally a minute and a half in. And Alex goes, come on, boys, let's go upstairs to bed. I was like, well, he is not watching this tonight. But some night we will. He kind of is liking watching older movies. We had such a great conversation tonight. We just sat there and talked about, like, all the, I was telling him some of the stuff that we were reading about tonight in our literature meeting. We were talking about like changes that we've gone through in the last, you know, 10 years, and it's crazy to think that in August we'll have been together 12 years and married 9. God, I can't believe it. I think part of what's crazy about it to me is, you know, my longest relationship was with my ex, and I never, like, that seemed like forever to me. Well, we were together 6.5 years. I mean, so Alex and I have almost been together twice as long as he and I were. And then my first real long-term relationship, we were together 4.5, 5 years. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, you guys, listen, I'm going to cut this one a little bit short tonight, so I'm going to get off here. And I think this is, it's not super short, though. It's not like 30 minutes, but I'm going to get off here a little early so I can listen to my audiobook and finish it. But anyway, before it gets too late, and it's already getting late. So, if you guys made it this far into the vlog, I'm going to have you do something else tonight. Put a little dancing person emoji if you made it this far in the vlog. A little trickery. And if you did, thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to do one night this week. I'm going to sit in the driveway and start it off by reading in the driveway. I'm going to read the comments because I haven't done that in a while, and I want to read some comments from you guys and answer some questions. So if you have questions or whatever, put it in the comment section below. I might do that tomorrow night, I think, actually. So, yeah. So anyway, but if you made it this far into the vlog and you liked this vlog, this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And also, please make sure that you're still subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And, you know, also please think about subscribing to all of my channels. If you haven't already, I have 4 other channels. There's probably something out there for everybody. And yeah. And I hope you guys are having an amazing, it feels like it's Friday. I don't know, like all my days are all just like crazy jumbled up. But anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something exciting. Start a new book, start a new movie, start a new TV show. Just eat some great food. Do something fun. eat some stuffing like I did. It was delicious. Or some street corn dip, which I got because they have at Meijer, so I got that tonight as well. And I also got coleslaw, so you know what I'll be eating when I go home. Coleslaw and street corn dip. And I also have some peanut butter cookies left over, so I might have a few peanut butter cookies. And yeah, and also do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it tomorrow or the next day or next week or next month or next year or 5 years from now or 10 years from now or 20 years from now or 50 years from now or 60 years from now or 69 years from now. Family friendly! Or 80 years from now or 88 years from now or 100 years from now or 110 years from now or 120 years from now. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you tell yourself, I love you, and at least one positive affirmation like you are valuable or you are beautiful. And every night before you go to bed, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. Say it to yourself. I love you every night before you go to bed. I love you. And at least one positive affirmation like you are valuable or you are beautiful or you are talented or anything that maybe you want to believe about yourself and you don't yet, and you just keep on repeating it until you do. Also, every night before you go to bed, say to yourself, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. I actually did this morning and I said it out loud and the dogs were looking at me like I was crazy because sometimes I usually say it like in my own head, you know, but I said it out loud today and the dogs were looking at me like I was crazy. But anyway, every night before you go to bed, say to yourself, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free, or you can sing it out loud if you want. But you can say it to somebody if you want. I just don't know if they'll listen. But every night before you go to bed, say to yourself, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day tomorrow. I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to cry if I need to cry. I'm going to feel my emotions. I'm going to eat some great food. I'm going to spend time with people that I love. And if I can't, that like friends and family, and if I can't, then I'm going to spend some time alone and enjoy that as well. And maybe do a crossword or a Sudoku or a word search, or like Steven does the word searches, or I don't know, paper dolls, or I'm going to cook or garden or do something that I love to do like crochet. And yeah, and if I have to work, then I'm going to do the best job at my job, and I'm going to put my all into it, and then enjoy my time off when I get off, and have some free time. And I'm going to have great opportunities come my way all day long, and I'm going to have positive experiences all day long. And if my day gets off track, well, I can start my day over whenever I want. And when you get up in the morning, say the same thing. Say to yourself, today is going to be an amazing, well, you'd say today instead of tomorrow. But anyway, when you get up in the morning, say to yourself, today is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day today. I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to cry if I need to. I'm going to feel all of my emotions, all of them, and I'm going to allow myself to live out loud and feel my emotions. And I'm going to eat some great food, and I'm going to hang out with some of my friends and family if I have the opportunity to, or just call them on the phone and talk to them. And if I can't, then I'll spend some time alone, and I'll appreciate the time that I have alone, or I'll spend time with my pets if I can, you know. And if I have to work, then I'll put everything I have into my work for the day and be the most positive, loving employee that I possibly can, and do the best possible work that I can do. And when I get done with work for the day and I get off for work for the day, then I'm going to enjoy all the things I love to do, like garden and crochet and read and write and journal and stamp collect and I don't know, whatever you like to do, and eat orange rainbow sherbet. I keep on forgetting to get sherbet from the grocery store. I keep on wanting to do that. And I'm going to have great opportunities come my way all day long today, and I'm going to have positive experiences all day long. And if my day gets off track, well, and if I start getting negative, well, I can start my day over whenever I want, just like that. I'm starting my day over right now. And most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and you let them know. It's just that easy, you guys. It really is. You just walk into the other room and you go, I just want to snap. I just want to snap. I'm starting my day over right now. Then you walk back in the room, have you take a deep breath. I took like a quick breath. I was like, my day has started over. Then you go out there and that's what you do. Just set your mind to it. I'm going to be positive now. And I'm not going to pay attention to all the negativity, all the toxicity, all the naysayers in my life. I'm going to stay focused and realize I'm only here but for a minute. And I'm going to enjoy the seconds of that minute of my life. And remember that there is somebody out there right now that is fighting for one last day alive on this earth, and I should not ever take it for granted, because life is a gift. And if you're a person in recovery, remember that recovery is a gift as well. And today I'm exchanging a day of my life for this day, and I'm going to really live it to the fullest and do some things today that will make me happy. And when I look back on it, I'll say, yes, that day was well lived. And if you have to start your day over to get there, that's okay. Most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Just call them up or text them and say, hey, I just want to let you know I was thinking of you, and I hope you're doing well. And were you thinking of me? Because I was thinking of you. Anyway, was your ear ringing? Because I was talking about you to myself. Anyway, I was journaling about you. Anyway, I was writing a postcard to you, or a letter, or a poem, or whatever. Anyway, just do something nice for somebody today, you know, that you're thinking of. Just reach out to them and let them know how much they mean to you. Also, practice random acts of kindness, but like I always say, don't tell anyone. It can be anything. Let somebody have a parking space, buy them coffee. It can be something free, you know, open a door for somebody. That's something nice. Compliment somebody, but be honest. Don't tell somebody, you know, don't compliment on something that's not true, okay? We want to compliment people on what we do believe. So if you're looking at somebody and you're like, well, I don't really like their sweater, but they have beautiful eyes, compliment them on their eyes, right? Because that will make them feel better, and it's, you know, affirming the truth and the positive. And so anyway, but practice random acts of kindness, but we don't need to tell anybody what we did. We don't need to go home and go, oh my God, I bought coffee for all these people, and wasn't that so, look at me, I'm such a wonderful person. I tip so high. Let me tell you about how much money I tip. We don't need to tell anybody. We just do it because we want to put positivity, love, kindness, and compassion out there in the world. And we want to live from a point of love. And I could do a better job of that. And I know the world could use more love and positivity and kindness and compassion, obviously, as evidenced on a daily basis, you know. So I'm gonna work harder at that too. And it is so hot in this car right now. I think that's it. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya! I tricked you, didn't I? I love ya. Bye. Love ya.